Hey guys. I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I recorded one of this, but I don't know where it is now, and I can't put it in my video because I don't know where it is in my files because I have so many files. Anyways, these are Terraria boss items and boss ideas because I like to watch boss ideas a lot. So I thought I'd make my own. First of all, there's these are items, and then there's going to be bosses. It's not items and bosses. It's just items and then bosses. There's Duke's Tooth from Duke Fish Run, 74 base damage, and when an enemy gets hurt by this weapon, it blows explosive bubbles. My headphones are in a knot, like they always are. It blows explosive bubbles like he shoots out. And then there's the twins. They drop the metal laser. The metal laser dropped from the twins. It's a magic weapon. It does 56 damage. It shoots lasers. And it uses 3 mana. There's Creepy Eye from My Cthulhu. I did just rotate the thing. It does 0 damage. It's not a type. And all it does is enemies are less likely to target you. This is actually an accessories. So I should probably change this to accessory. Turkey Leg from Territorially Ungrateful. Melee weapon, 25 damage, and hits the enemy with a chicken leg. Then there's Pumpkin from Pumpkin, 0 damage, and is used to make the Festive Feast. Speaking about the Festive Feast, here's it right now. You need 1 turkey leg and 2 pumpkins at a mithril or oracle anvil. It's a melee weapon, 58 damage, and gives the holder infinite heals that restore 225 health and can slap enemies in the face like a pie can. And this Earthly Glove from Golem, pre 1.4 Golem, 68 damage to melee weapon, and it allows the holder to dash like the Tabby or Shield of Cthulhu. And if you charge it long enough, you can dash further, and if you charge in the air, you'll ground pound. Then there's Energized Power from Okram. I like to say Okram, but it's Okram, Okram. Either one you can say it. I say Okram. It's a throwing weapon, 64 damage, infinite ammo, and if hit an enemy with this weapon, all your throwing and melee weapons will have more damage for 10 minutes. Then the Eye Patch, that's a yo-yo, does 47 damage and has a chance to confuse the enemy. From Pirate Captain and 1.4 the Captain's Curse. A Skull Shooter. It's a ranged weapon. It uses musket balls. All these are made by me, by the way. I didn't steal any of them. 53 base damage, and it shoots bones and has a 1 in 5 chance to shoot a skull that is affected by gravity, but does 67 damage. Rainbow Ore. How to spawn Rainbow Ore. You untie my headphones. JK, that's not how you do it, but that's what I'm doing right now. I'm untying my headphones because they're so tied up. Okay, there you go. After defeating Pirate, there's a 1 in 3 chance a message will pop up on your screen that says, Pirate has crushed all of the ores together in the underground. When it's found underground, that's what it looks like. There's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. You need adamantite or titanium pickaxe to mine it. Then there's the probe staff. It's a summon weapon, does 28 damage, uses 11 mana, and only uses half a minion slot, and also can make a mini destroyer come up from the ground and launch the enemy up in the air, but has low base damage. It's from the destroyer, only in expert mode. You can't get it in normal mode. And then there's the demonic corrupt orb. It's a crafting station used to craft items with mainly used to craft some demon mode bosses, but can make a few weapons. It's from this guy, you'll see him later. There's dark energy, it's crafting material. Craft items with mostly just items, but sometimes boss summons. I should change it to but also boss summons, because there's a lot of boss summons that use dark energy. It's from this guy, you'll also see him later. Dark Power Katana, you'll also see this guy later. It's a melee weapon and 107 damage, and the special effect is it flings black goop that is affected by gravity at enemies after each slice, and if an enemy is hurt with the blade, not the projectiles, they will get confused. Then there's the twins. It's 1 Eye of Cthulhu, or 2 Eye of Cthulhu yo-yos, 25 Soul of Sight, 70 hollowed bars, and 10 rainbow ore at a mithril or orichalcum anvil. It's a yo-yo, 63 damage, and it throws 2 yo-yos at once. If enemies hit spasmatism, they get cursed flames debuff. But if they get hit by retinator shoots a laser that bounces off walls. There's black hole bullets. They are musket balls, not arrows. 79 base damage, and when it hits a block, it creates a tiny black hole that sucks up enemies and deals 54 damage when the enemies are inside of the black hole. It's crafted with dark energy and musket balls at a demonic corrupt orb. Then there's the flaming sword. It's a melee weapon. It does 120 damage, and it shoots bouncing fireballs and inflicts the debuff on fire. It's from this guy you'll see later in demon mode. And then there's the custom bosses. There's King Cacti. You need 1 slimy crown and 15 cacti at Crimson Altar. It's best fought after King Slime. Should probably change this to the updated King Slime. When hit, summons baby cacti. This is what they look like. There's 1 of them, 2 of them, and there's 1, 2, and 3. And his expert mode attack is, oh no, wait. These thorns will bounce off of him, and they'll bounce and hit you. Pyrity, summoned by using a mini fragile pyramid inside of a pyramid during a sandstorm. 10 is the summon crafting recipe is 10 sandstone bricks, 1 gold chest, and 4 antlion mandibles at a lead or iron anvil. Yes, this can be crafted in free-hard mode, but it is best fought after Skeleton Prime. Priority does not need to be fought, as you need to have a pyramid on your world to summon him. So he's kind of like Duke Fishron, where you do not need to fight him, but if you want to fight him, you can. His expert mode attacks has a random chance to fall down on you, doing repeated damage until you get out from under him. Flame Lord is harder than Moon Lord and is summoned by using a melted burning sigil in the underworld and waiting for 2 minutes. I haven't made the crafting recipe yet. It's best fought after Moon Lord. Mega hard boss. The expert mode attack is it shoots bouncing fireballs. Oh my goodness. It shoots bouncing fireballs and summons red devils. This is what Flame Lord looks like, his first form, and when he reaches half health, this is what he looks like. Mashup. Harder than Flame Lord and one of the hardest bosses in Terraria, pre-demon mode, has the attacks of all the bosses. I haven't added these side stuff yet, but the summon crafting recipe is 2 celestial sigils, 1 truffle worm, 1 guide voodoo doll, and 1 slimy crown and an ancient manipulator. And then there's the wall of water. After defeating Flame Lord, throw a guide voodoo doll into the ocean biome and wait until a shark eats it or the guide drowns. Then he will spawn. Defeating him for the first time in your world will start demon mode. It's fought after Flame Lord because it goes 2 times faster than Wall of Flesh. If you haven't defeated Moon Lord, then he summons as many enraged Duke Fishrons as you can until you die, and throws bouncing beach balls at you, which do 80 damage, 120 in expert mode, and 245 in master mode. And his expert mode attack is summons corrupted dolphins and corrupted turtles that home in onto the player for 3 seconds. So they go like, then they flop onto the ground. Pumpkin Moon Lord, summoned by using a spooky sigil during a pumpkin moon, and is the very first demon mode boss. Fought after Wall of Water, and it's crafted with 200 spooky wood, 15 solar fragments, 15 of all of the fragments, and 27 luminite bars at a corrupted demon altar. Dungeon duo. Yes, that's the music. Summoned by using a mysterious skull in the dungeon. This is what they look like. The dungeon duo, Skeletron, and Lunatic Cultist. It's crafted with mechanical skull and ectoplasm. At demonic corrupt orb. It has to be summoned in demon mode, or else he will summon a daytime Skeletron, Skeletron Prime, and a dungeon guardian. And his expert mode attack is he will shoot out solar fragments. Sneaky slime. Oh yes, there's one after this. Summoned by using a dark slime crown at night during demon mode. What the summon item looks like, and this is what it looks like. It's best fought after dungeon duo. Has to be, I didn't do these, I didn't change these. But the summon crafting recipe is 1 slimy crown, 1 katana, and dark energy. Dark energy is from this guy, not this guy. And then there's Desert Devourer. Summoned by using the sands of the universe in the desert biome during demon mode. When you use the sands of the universe, you must beat King Cacti and Pyrity at the same time. Then after 1 minute, you will get the message, the ground is shaking intensely. And then after another minute, he will spawn. The summon crafting recipe for the sands of the universe is dark energy. I would say like 100 dark energy, because this guy drops around like 50 to 500 dark energy. 50 glass, 200 sand, and 1 sand gun. Yep, there's no more after that. So I hope you like these boss ideas, and if you want, you can use them. I don't really mind. You can use them if you want, but bye-bye. I'll see you in the next video.